So we all back in business together.
You pay, we play. Ain't nobody safer, especially you. I'll do whatever I have to do. You know what you're capable of.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 2 Go Season 2. Another teaser trailer has been put out. And of course it's about your boy Tariq. And you know, I got a feeling he still can't trust Kane. And also in this teaser, which is a small teaser, it is Brayden and Cant connection, you know, based off the clues. So we're going to talk about that in this video. Now make sure you checked out my last video. I just dropped it like a few hours ago, and it was another teaser. Pretty much I talked about how Monet is going to be a problem for Tariq based off that teaser. I mean, to be honest, just based off the official trailer as well, Tariq has a lot to be watching out for, and it seems like everything is at a higher risk this season. So we're definitely going to talk about it. Now, what do we see in this short little teaser? Now, of course, this teaser, we see Monet, Tariq, and Cant. Now, remember, Tariq promised Cant that he will get him back in with the family, and it seems like, you know, that promise that he gave Cant is actually paying off. Now, Monet, she's just trying to make sure that everybody's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all good as far as doing business together, right? And then you can see Tariq look at Cant, and Cant is looking at Tariq at the same time, which we probably already know Tariq is probably like, man, I still cannot trust this dude for real. Even though he has, you know, agreed to do some business with Cant and help him out, he knows like Cant will be a problem, and he understands this. He has to continue to watch Cant in all of his moves, and I believe Cant would definitely be a threat this season. And Cant, he is trying to prove himself. He is trying to get that respect from everybody pretty much, and that's what he's going to continue to try to do in this season. Now, Monet on the other half, she, of course, she's just trying to do business, but do not underestimate her. I told you guys this in the last video that I dropped. I got a feeling Monet is going to be a little bit more ruthless, and she is willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. And if it's taking down Cant and getting rid of him, I believe she just might do it, especially since she mentioned it in the last season. Now, also in this teaser, we see Cant and Brayden, and it's looking like they're on a night mission. You know, are these guys going to find a body, bury a body? Who knows? But at the end of the day, we know these two will definitely be working together way more this season. They kind of gave us, you know, little hints of this last season when Cant had Brayden go on the block and, you know, put in some work, him and his soft brother. So I definitely can see Cant and Brayden having a huge connection this season. In the teaser, you can hear Cant telling Tariq that no one is safe, especially you, which we already know. And I'm pretty sure Tariq already knows that he is not safe, that he is being watched, and he has to make sure he is doing what he needs to do to survive. At the end of the day, Cant is just letting Tariq know the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that will be his reality. Now, also, once again, we see the whole jewelry robbery. In my opinion, I believe that it is your boy Brayden and Cant. That's who I believe it is. We keep seeing the two hang out with each other. As I told you, they kind of hinted at them two connecting a little bit more in season 1, and I believe that Cant will start to teach Brayden, you know, some more lessons about, you know, this game. And as we can see right here, Brayden is definitely, in my opinion, looking like he's talking to your boy Cant. At the end of the day, Tariq, he does not want Brayden to switch up. Remember, Brayden's whole thing this season is loyalty, and he's been loyal to Tariq the whole time, and it's definitely going to be tested this season, especially if Tariq continues to act the way he's been acting. Based off the official trailer, we can already tell it's going to be some issues with Tariq and Brayden, so that brotherhood would definitely be tested. Now, in this teaser, we hear Tariq talking about he's willing to do whatever it takes, you know, to get the job done. Well, you're definitely going to have to. You're going to have to take those risks to make sure you are able to survive. We see like a shootout, which could be Lorenzo's dudes or it could be Mecca's dudes. At the end of the day, we know it's going to be a Tejada war. We talked about this already, and things will definitely come into play as the season airs. And I can't wait to see this explosive showdown between the two. Now, also in the teaser, we see your boy Rashad Old Dog Tate. He's pretty much telling Tariq, like, look, I know what type of dude you is. I know, some of the things that you've done. And he's pretty much letting Tariq know that he's aware of some of his actions and what he is capable of doing. Now, we already know in Power Season 6, Dre told Rashad Tate about the whole Ray Ray thing, right? And that he gave Tariq the gun and, he pretty much told the authorities. So Rashad Tate does know some of Tariq's secrets. And, him working with Tariq tells a lot, because even though Rashad Tate knows these things, he is still willing to work with Tariq. And as I told you guys, Tariq working with Rashad Tate, best believe Rashad Tate is getting something out of that, in my opinion. But if you keep hanging around Tariq, bad things are going to happen. Now, also, we see a little bit more of Davis McLean and Tariq. Davis McLean is pretty much telling Tariq, if you want to play, you got to pay, which we already know Tariq is going to have to pay Davis McLean and Cooper Sacks, and most likely he's going to have to give Rashad Tate something as well. Your boy Tariq has a lot on his plate this season, a lot of different enemies, and what I told you guys earlier, Tariq, what he really needs to do is make sure Brayden does not get too close to Kane. Kane can't be trusted, plain and simple. Tariq knows this. Tariq has already told Brayden the same thing that I'm telling you guys, that, we have to continue to watch him. Now, if Tariq loses that bond that he has with Brayden, and Brayden starts to get confident, which he already is getting, and he starts to believe, like, man, I don't even really need Tariq. You know what I'm saying? I can go out and do things on my own. That type of mentality you don't want Brayden to get, especially if the two, and I'm talking about Tariq and Brayden, if the two are not on good terms. Tariq has to keep Brayden in his back pocket at all times. He has to make sure he is doing what he needs to do to make sure that Brayden is good. You have to. You cannot continue to do what you did in the past seasons, because if you do, you're going to be at more risk of Brayden's loyalty, slipping up. And that's a huge thing for Brayden, as I told you guys. In that Power Book 2 Ghost promotion pictures that they put out, and I broke down this in my early predictions video, so check that out if you have not seen it. Each of those categories is going to represent what each character is going to be going through. And as I told you guys, Brayden will definitely be tested with the whole loyalty thing. Monet, she will be tested with, of course, deception. Kane, I believe, is respect. I mean, the list goes on, but those are what each of those main characters will be going through. So we're going to see how it's all going to play out. At the end of the day, Tariq, you got to do what you got to do, man. I mean, eventually this lifestyle is going to catch up to you, and you cannot make the same mistakes that your father made. So hopefully you learn from that. Hopefully you learn from Tommy and Ghost's relationship, and hopefully you can open up a little bit more with Brayden. I understand you don't want to tell him everything, which is smart. You don't want to let him know too much, but you have to keep him on a leash, and you have to watch and make sure you're doing what you need to do to keep Brayden comfortable with dealing with you. Brayden has to believe, like, man, all right, Tariq got me. He my boy. He my homeboy. We gonna ride this one out. If you can get Brayden to stick with you to the end, you can use Brayden to get close to Kane and use Kane and gain leverage, right? You don't want Brayden going to Kane, gaining confidence, and basically making Brayden feel like he doesn't need Tariq anymore, especially if Tariq is going to be lying to him and doing things that's going to piss him off, which we kind of already saw in that official trailer. But we're going to see how it's all going to play out. I'm giving Brayden the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying that he's going to stay loyal to his brother. But then again, in this game, no one can be trusted. No one can be trusted. And everyone has their limits. The question is, what is Brayden's limits? And what will Tariq do to make sure he doesn't, let Brayden reach those limits? But you guys, let me know, man, what do you think about this little short teaser? I had to put it out. Of course, the teaser popped up on the Stars app. Some of these teasers, they actually pop up on Instagram as well. You may see them every now and then. But, this one just popped up recently, so I had to talk about it. Shout out to my boy T_Ghost. He put me on game last night. I did a little bit of research, found the actual teaser on the Stars app, so I made the video for you guys today. But thank you once again for all the support, all the love. I will catch you for more Power Book 2 Go Season 2 content very, very soon. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.